Welcome to another Hawk Headline Sports podcast. I'm Zach Drewry. Today, I have a captain from each of Woodland's fall sports teams. I have Aries Bell from the girls soccer team, Nick Sanavasi from the boys cross country team, Jaden Young from the girls cross country team, Nathaniel Smith from the boys soccer team, and May Dawes from the volleyball team. So today we're just going to talk about how we think your seasons went. I know it was prematurely ended. CIAC ruled that no tournaments were going to be played, but each one of your teams had very successful regular seasons. Congratulations on that. And I know you were all captains, so also congratulations on having that honor. I'm going to start off with Aries. I just have a couple questions on how you think the soccer season went this year. First of all, what was your favorite personal moment, and then your favorite moment that you shared with your teammates?
My favorite personal moment was senior night. Even though it was a little different this year, it was still a lot of fun. And I think our favorite team moment was our senior night game. We won with like 10 seconds left.
That's good. That's a good moment you got to share with your teammates there. You guys were one of the only defeated teams left in the league. What did you attribute to that success?
I think definitely our bonding as a team. This year, we really focused on being a whole team. And I think that's why we were so successful.
All right, cool. Thank you, Aries. So I'm going to swing it over to the other soccer team. Nathaniel, unbeaten season. I know it ended early, but like I asked with Aries, what was your favorite moment from the season as a team and personally?
As a team, it would probably have to be our last Oxford game because throughout the season they were our big threat in our little cohort of teams. And the first game, we only beat them by 1 goal in the last 5 minutes maybe. But coming back and playing them at our place and actually kind of running it up on them 4-1 was, a good moment for our team.
You said you ran it up on Oxford. How do you think those games where you get those big wins affected your team morale throughout the season?
It really boosts it because, we played a lot of we played Derby a lot of times. We played Emmett a lot of times. We played Ansonia a bunch of times. So playing like a team that's actually going to test us, like a Seymour or an Oxford, being able to win big in those types of games, they really boost the morale for us a lot. Helps us play a lot better too.
Hopefully this young boys soccer team continues to succeed beyond this year. Do you have hope that they will succeed as well?
I think so. There's a lot of young talent there. Alden, he played center mid along with me for the last couple of games. And then Preston Alessio, he's just good. He's phenomenal. He scored, probably led our team in goals this year. And, he's only a freshman. So
we'll have to keep a tab on them. Thanks, Dan. All right, I'm going to go up to Nick now. Boys cross country. Nick, another undefeated season. I know it ended prematurely. I know you couldn't make it to NVLs like you guys were hoping to, and you guys had a good team. We know from the past that you guys don't lose that often. So how did it feel to have yet another undefeated season?
It felt really good, especially because there was some pretty heavy competition with Naugatuck. Like before the meet, coach was giving us the rundown of their times compared to ours. And if one person just went slightly slower on our team, we would have easily lost it. And it was just awesome when we beat Naugatuck by, I think it was 3 points we beat Naugatuck by, so very close. And everybody did so good with their times that meet too, because we were all pressured to beat Naugatuck, so we all ran like 30 seconds to a minute faster.
So you said that was your best moment as a team, probably?
Yeah.
And another question I have for you is, this year was different. How was it different for you as a runner compared to your past 3 years?
Definitely with COVID regulations and having to make sure that, you're spread out when we're stretching, spread out when we're running, spread out when we're not running. So it was just you just had to constantly keep it in mind. And it was just a lot more different than it usually is. We usually have these big invitationals on the weekends where we'll go to Stu Leonard's afterwards. And that's our big team day is taking a bus ride to Stu Leonard's. And we couldn't really do that this year. So that was kind of a bummer.
But overall, that's the most memorable time you've had with your team. Those
yeah.
And I think that's what makes high school sports so great is you make those memories and you can enjoy that. So best of luck for you. Hopefully cross country doesn't lose again next year. All right, I'm going to go over to girls cross country now. Jaden Young. Jaden, how are you?
I'm good.
So we were talking before this started, and we said the girls cross country team hasn't really lost since what you said, your sophomore, freshman year.
Yeah.
How did you feel to continue that streak?
It felt really good because I feel like it's not even just the fact that we have a few good runners. We have like a solid group of people that closes the gap, and that's how we go undefeated. And I think that's our strength.
And like Nick said, I'm guessing you guys were also involved in those Stu Leonard trips and those
Oh,
team
yeah.
bonding activities. So how did it feel not being able to do that this year? And what did you guys do in place of that?
It was like a little bit difficult because we'll always have like a beach run. We'll like go somewhere out to eat after. But I think we like made up for it by like doing things after our regular season meets. And I think that we were still able to all be like really close friends outside of like racing too.
All right, last one, fall sport is volleyball. Captain May Dawes. May, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, so as we know, I think it was actually the only sport that had to wear a mask while playing. And how did that affect playing this season for you?
At the beginning of the season, when we first started like practicing and conditioning, it took a little bit, to be honest, for us to get used to wearing the mask just because of the running that we do in practices and all the conditioning that we were doing at the beginning of the season since we couldn't do full-on volleyball. It definitely affected the communication a little bit because we weren't really focusing on being like as loud as we had to be. We definitely had to talk a lot louder when we were on the court calling for the ball and everything. That was the only like really setback that we had with the communication and everything. So,
and like I said before, you guys had an 8-2 record this year, very solid performance. What was your favorite memory from this season?
My favorite memory would be our first game that we had with Oxford. We actually went 5 sets with them, and we weren't really prepared, but we ended up pulling off a win, and we just played really well together in the end. So,
well, that's good to hear. I'm glad all of you were able to get memories from this season when you didn't think we were going to. We weren't sure if we were going to have a fall season, and we did. But I wish all of you the best. Thank you for coming on and being a part of this, and for sharing your opinions on your fall season. So thank you for that. All right, everybody. For Zach Drewry and Hawk Headlines, we'll see you later.